Hello, relatives. Welcome to the Savage Theology Podcast, where I and we consider various medicines from various individuals and communities, tribes, nations, and tongues. We take it into consideration and we see if we can glean anything of truth to apply to our lives. Today, we're going to be listening to just a short kind of maybe submission here, but some words from our relative, Dr. Louis Mehl-Madrona, on the Complementary Therapies Talks YouTube channel. So let me go ahead and get this started. Okay, here we go.
Well, make an exception,
Let me
you
go
know.
back.
And she said, and I said, well, gee, I don't do ceremonies. And she said, well, make an exception, you know, do it. So I called one of the elders to whom I took people, and I said to him, what do I do? And he said, well, stupid, just do the ceremony. And I said, well, how do I do it? He said, well, pretend you're me and do what I would do. And I said, oh, okay.
Wow.
That was when I started um, doing more ceremonial work. And I've it it's always been a sort of side activity for me. I've always had my feet in mainstream medicine,
Yeah.
and I've um, you know, for some people I haven't charged anything, and for others I've had to charge something because I had to take time off my day job in order to work with them. But but in many respects, I always felt um, somewhat uncomfortable about charging for the medicine. But but it's necessary uh, in this world of having to pay rent and things like that. That
Right.
um,
But
so
explain me. So, what did you do with that lady exactly? What did you finally do? I'm very curious about that.
well,
You did the
um,
ceremony.
I did the ceremony. I did, although I I did a whole lot of um, preparatory work with sort of hands-on body work and guided imagery and just getting her ready for the ceremony. You might call it persuasion, in the
Oh,
words of a new book um, that just came out on psychology and marketing.
right.
So so I persuaded her, and then we did a ceremony with singing and burning some sage and singing and praying and you know some energy medicine kinds of things with feathers and objects, and you know
From
it worked.
traditional, from the, of course, from traditional culture, right? Isn't it?
Right, right. From my mother's side is Cherokee and my father's side is Lakota, and
Oh,
this was from the Cherokee side because this particular elder with whom I was spending time was Cherokee, and so I just pretended I was him and I did what I'd seen him do with people, and it worked.
it worked.
Hmm. This is a really, there's a few things that Dr. Mehl-Madrona is talking about that I think are very interesting to consider. The tension of not charging people for the medicine, and then he talked about how the person that was the healer told him, we'll do the ceremony. Just remember what I did and do that. I think that that's really, for me, is really intriguing because a lot of times I'm like, man, someone else has got to do this. I can't wait for the elder, the elders to be a part of this community to where they can do this. And sometimes we're it. And I've heard several talks from Dr. Mehl-Madrona say this very thing, that we're it, get in there, do it. And then the tension of, I don't know, you don't want to charge, you don't want to charge for something that was given freely to you. But a lot of these individuals believe, I'm around communities where individuals believe that if they sit down and talk to me, if they come to the finished sauna, blue sky circle, we have a hybrid sobriety meeting in a sauna environment. They believe that if they come to this place, that they're gonna experience healing. And so, who am I to say no? So, uh, Dr. Mehl-Madrona is struggling with it, is just, it's confirming. And so hopefully I get the the full teaching and know how to walk forward in a better way. So we'll continue on for maybe a couple more minutes, and then I'll close with some thoughts. I just wanted to, he hit on some really good things here, and I think that a lot of times that there are others out there that struggle, with, "Oh, I just want to give it away." Well, how you can? He talked about, he's the true two nations of his parents talked about. Well, we live in a world where you have to pay bills, you know, and I think the way that we take that off, elders like him, is that we offer the gift first. We've invited them. They're taking away from their time, their job and stuff. We've invited them. We should already have some type of, you know, people that have thought through, well, it costs this much to come here, it costs this much, and then he's a doctor, and we shouldn't put that on them. The old way was you gave a gift. So
I mean, well, and I have to say, what he always told me, he said, never take credit when the ceremony works. He said, you can take, if they offer you a gift, you can take that, but never get confused that you did anything.
Right.
He said, really, you're just providing a conduit for the
Right.
spirits to do their work.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
This is like in
uh,
energy medicine. That's the same thing.
hmm
You're the
I'm gonna stop right there. I know this is only a little snippet, kind of in the reactionary style. However, I want to make sure that I'm I'm doing due diligence. I've relatives have told me within treatment circles that I should put out various forms of content, shorts, shorter video, just try a lot of things. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm heeding the truth that I heard from them. There's healing in them. I truly believe it. And so that's what I'm doing now. I want to make this like a 10-minute mark, maybe around 10 minutes, and go from there and see the best way for me to get good analytics on YouTube, because I'm going to try to make this channel better. And I'm beginning at the bottom here. And so longer videos, shorter videos, shorts, things like that. But I really like this, what Dr. Mehl-Madrona is here. A lot of the things that I know that I've been guilty of is interrupting an elder, and our relative on here, what's his name? I don't see, I don't see his name in the about the guy that's interviewing Dr. Mehl-Madrona. Yeah, I don't see it. But anyways, the reason why I can see it is because I struggled with it. I would interrupt an elder, and that is one of the biggest things I learned because I failed. So um, the 3, 4 things that I got today is I'm it, for where the circle I'm a part of at that point, at that present moment, I am it. I need to be okay in some environments, like non-native urban environments, of basically saying, like Dr. Mehl-Madrona is saying how much I charge. And number 3, that a lot of these individuals believe, that's the big one. They believe that we can help them, and so that's we need to honor their faith and uh, meet them there. And then the last one, when an elder's talking, it's time to listen. I have to not bring in that urban, non-native way of being. So I'm gonna finish with that. It is the 10-minute mark, and I'm gonna upload this and see what happens. Maybe I'll upload things like this again, quick 5-minute ones, 10-minute ones, so I get a good sampling. So thanks for listening. And this one is about medicines and um, tensions. And tensions and teachings. Well, at the end of the day, they're all teachings. Thanks for watching. Um, I will put this in Savage Theology podcast. So thanks for watching and listening. Till later, or until another time. See ya.